It's Ask the Expert. Michael Kroon's here from Kroon Electrical. Give us a call, 613-789-6559, extension 2803. Email, Facebook, and Twitter your questions to us. Anything electrical. We're talking about protecting your home and your investments, Michael, to a large degree, right?
Yeah.
Because if something happens, for example, your TV or your stereo or your computer gets fried by whatever occurrence,
exactly,
you got to replace it.
You got to replace it.
And a lot of times, insurance has a huge deductible that really
they won't come up and give you money. I shouldn't say that. Most of them won't. My deductible is more than most electronics in my house at this point. So
exactly. Yeah. We talked about your usual looking surge protectors and so on.
Yeah,
and you should get something quality, right?
That's good quality. I want to make a point with all this stuff here. It's not to be used outside. As they'll tell you, if you could use it outside, don't use these outside. And it's not used for aquariums or anything that you plug into water. So don't use these for things an aquarium.
You need special stuff for that.
You need special stuff for that. Yeah.
We're going to take it a step further because this is really upgrading and protecting yourself, right?
Yeah.
What is this here?
So let's start with this one, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure.
So this one here is the one for the home electrical system. Okay. Most people should not install them themselves unless you know how to do this. You actually have to open the panel cover off, and you got to put these, the black and the red, onto a breaker. Okay. It needs to go to phase A and phase B, or line 1, line 2.
You lost me at panel cover off.
Yeah. So most people should not do that. You got to put it to a breaker, and you got to make sure this is as short as possible. Okay. So
this.
Yeah, you don't want to make those any longer. You don't want to extend them because they don't work if they're too far. The wires are too long.
What does this do?
And what it does is it takes the hits for the panel. It actually, the electricity is kind of a sine wave. I don't know if anyone knew that, but it's a sine wave. And what it does is it clips the sine wave so there's no spikes that hit the electronics in your home. Okay, that's a real quick summary of what it does. So you want to have someone professional install that. This whole kit costs under $200.
Right.
You know, the installation.
And all of this comes with the kit?
This all comes with the kit, this specific kit. There's different brands, there's different types and all that. This one here is for your cable. Now, a lot of people didn't realize that, but there's a potential hazard through the cable line. So we put these in for the cable. It could be digital cable or whatever you got. So Rogers, you put that in. And this one here is for your phone. So all three combined is all the wires coming in from the outside into your house.
Just like that?
Yeah.
And it all comes, all three are in a kit?
Yeah, exactly. And this you can install yourself if you're comfortable. This one, okay. The one for your panel, I would suggest you don't do that.
I wouldn't touch the panel?
No.
Unless I was an electrician?
Exactly.
That's not a place for the common man?
You should not be in there. You should not be in there. There's hazards in opening the panel cover off and so on. So I would not suggest someone do that.
Listen, sometimes I have to go in and turn off the power to the hot tub.
The breaker or something,
and which is fine and dandy. But even that, I'm looking at it going,
there's a hazard there.
That's about as far as I want to go.
Exactly. So you should install these in your home. It's very important. Everyone should have them. And,
how many surge protectors should you have, or it depends on what you use?
Yeah, I would suggest that everywhere you put these type of things in. So for your TV, your stereo system, whatever, your computers, put something like this
anywhere where there's multiple plugins.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. But for your oven, like we discussed, dishwasher, washing machines, and all that, you cannot use these. So this will protect you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all I got to say about surge. I mean, that's about it.
Now, we had a lot of questions, a lot of people talking about. Remember that first segment when you were first on? You came to my house, and you actually went through my house with this and other machinery. What is this? Okay,
that's a thermographic camera. Last time we were on, we showed some pictures of what it looked like.
Yeah.
And the thermal camera, what it does is it measures heat, or it just senses heat. Okay?
I've got it pointed.
You got a light or something?
Up at a light right now, and it's showing some.
If you look in the middle where the white is, and if you could point right at the white, it's probably going to go up to 105 or 108 degrees Celsius. I don't know what the number is. on the screen
we are
there.
up there actually.
So it's really, really hot. So the reason we use that tool is to see if there's any losses in the electrical system or any loose connections.
Right.
And it's really a really useful tool. We also use it in commercial buildings. We have different versions of that. That's a lower end version for the residential. We got a higher end. We have $70,000, $80,000 cameras we use for commercial applications.
Exactly. And when you came to my house, you went through every nook and cranny, every plug, every source of electricity in there.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the tools we use. We also use different tools ultrasonic tool, so we could hear if there's any arcing, that kind of sound.
Yeah.
If there's any of that.
So right away, you could determine if there are any issues with any outlets or anything like that, right?
Exactly.
And it goes further than that.
It goes further than that. We also look at every light. We look at the panel. We actually do maintenance on the electrical panel to make sure that the panel's in good working condition. We check the breakers because the breakers often don't work like they're supposed to.
Right.
Most houses that catch on fire due to electrical, the breakers don't trip because they're not working correctly.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if you heard in the news, even yesterday there was a church that caught on fire. It was electrical cause. So a lot of fires happening in the city of Ottawa, and a lot of people should have their electrical systems
You got to
checked.
protect yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, the
someone
insurance will cover your house and your contents.
Yeah,
but you know, all the personal stuff
there's
you
nothing
have,
worse than that, man. There's nothing worse than that.
Everyone's gone through electrical fire. I know.
Yeah.
It's damaging.
All right.
So.
Good idea to get yourself in. You could book an appointment, right?
Yeah, so how it works is we could send someone out to do an assessment. This is no cost, okay? We go out and we talk to you about what we do and see if your house actually needs it or not.
Yeah.
Some houses don't need it. Your house didn't really need it.
My house didn't need it. It was new enough that it didn't really need it.
But we could do a walkthrough and understand how you use electricity. And just by understanding it and looking at it, do a visual, we could tell you if this is a good service for you.
I tell you what, though, when you guys came out to my house and did, you did the whole thing, it made me feel better knowing that there was nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
It's some peace of mind. All right, we got to take a break, but we do have one more segment for you to ask questions here with Michael Kroon from Kroon Electrical. 613-789-6559, extension 2803. Email us ottawa.morning@cdv.ca. Facebook, Twitter, questions are welcome. Feel free. Come on now. We'll be back with more of Ask the Expert with Kroon Electrical right after this.